Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel, I'm for Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in here is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, the regular multiplayer basically. This game it is developed by the Pinox and Infinity Ward as expected, and they are using their in-house engine, which uses DirectX 12. So I already tried the Warzone and actually I had to play the game at 720p volt settings, and this is no different, alright? So I'm running the game with 720p, texture resolution on low, pretty much all the stuff at minimum possible, aside from the textures, since we have VRAM for that, and also bullet impact and, you know, stuff like that usually. So looking to the requirements of the game, this game asks for an HD 7950, which means that we are below the minimum requirements in here, and it also asks for 8 gigs of RAM and an AMD FX 6000 CPU. So in CPU and RAM, of course, we are above and beyond those specs, but graphic cards, we are really below the minimums. So looking to 1080p low settings, what I got was an average of 54 frames per second with a 1% low 42. With 900p, I got an average of 64, which was far better. But still the 1% low, it was 49, and I decided to go with 720p because I got an average of 74 with the 1% low of 57. So it was pretty much an experience above 60 frames per second most of the time, and if you go to a multiplayer like this one with close quarters and people running very fast, what you want as a minimum, it is an experience above 60 frames per second most of the time as possible. So in Warzone, things are a little bit more, you know, I wouldn't say more quiet, but you know, it isn't as fast. So if you don't get those 60 frames per second in Warzone, I think it isn't really an issue, because it is a slower gameplay, alright? But this one, it is really frenetic, really fast, and I really mean it when you need at least those 60s, or even more if you can. And that's why I am playing with 720p the low settings, because it is the only way that I have to get more than 60 frames per second most of the time, alright? So guys, I think that's the performance level that you can expect with your AG 7850 or your R7 265 or the R7 370, the 2 GB version. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the gameplay, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Cruise missile incoming!
Enemy at the junkyard. Enemy near Main Street.
Copy, Jaguar 30 inbound. Radar in the air. Cluster strike, go for launch.
Loader 2-0, good copy.
lost the objective.
Слизни.
Smith's better.